Here we go. Did somebody say hot rod, easy go golf carts? And did someone say with Mercy Walker? I think someone said Mercy Walker. Yeah. And I know they said hot rod, easy go golf carts. So this is a Wire Different experience. And I have a good friend with me, Mercy Walker. Now, this is a special episode, right, everybody? I want you to understand, Mercy and I have been friends for quite a while now. And we're both entrepreneurs. Yeah. We're both business people. We both want everybody to win. And I think that's one of the faults I have. Do you have that same fault?
No, I really just want to win.
You just want to win.
I just want to win.
So I want to be more like Mercy. So here's the deal. I know she wants everyone to win because she has told me so many times, like, how can I help you? How can I help you? How can I help you? So much that the reason I'm actually even with Mercy here today is that I called you, Mercy. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to get to what you do and I called you. I'm going to set this up. This is how it works, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I called you one day and I said, hey, my golf cart's not working. And you're like, oh, hey, Todd. I was like, yeah. Where'd you buy your golf cart? I bought some Chinese thing that isn't working out so well. She goes, I know. I've seen that golf cart. She says, what can I do for you? I'll do it. I said, it's not running and it's filthy and I don't know what to do. And she literally that day, I don't know who picked it up. Someone came and picked it up and then they redid the whole engine. They redid everything. They cleaned it out. They did everything. And she said, the next golf cart you got to buy for me.
Yes.
So my commitment is that I will buy the next golf cart from Mercy Walker. So Mercy, let's just kind of open up this story. So this is the Wire Differently experience. My name is Todd Saylor and I'm the author of the books, Brands, and the Attitudinal Disorder, Wired Differently. And when I talk about Wired Differently, Mercy Walker came up to me probably 3 years ago and she high-fived me. She says, I'm wired differently. And I knew that I was going to have a relationship with Mercy because she is definitely wired differently. She does things differently. She gets up differently. She goes to bed differently. She sleeps differently. She fights differently. She loses differently. She wins differently. And so we're going to hear about Mercy Walker in the next 15 or 20 minutes here. And you're going to love her story. We're going to talk about a little bit about her life. We're going to talk a little bit about her business. And then we're going to talk a little bit about your aspirations because I know some things. I know some things about you. And we're just going to see how much Mercy is really going to open up to us. So Mercy, why don't you just give us, something on yourself, your name, your rank, your serial number, and then tell us a little bit about Hot Rod Easy Go golf carts.
Yeah. So my name is Mercy Walker. I grew up in Decatur, a little golf cart friendly town, which probably sparked my love of golf carts. I remember riding around with my grandparents. My grandpa would actually take us through Dairy Queen. And some of my best memories were that. Fast forward to as an adult, I got married very young, had children young, was a stay-at-home mom, homeschooled them, loved that life. And then shortly after my divorce, I decided the one place I've always loved to be is the lake. And oddly enough, and he didn't tell me to say this, Tom's Donuts was always kind of in that lake experience for me as a kid. I, remember coming up here and taking the boat over.
What is Tom's Donuts known as?
I'm not going to do it justice, but it's the donut capital of the world. But I just can't. I can't do it like he does. We'll
work on it. But that's good.
And it wasn't the donut capital of the world. No. I would like to say I contributed to it though.
You were
before
at the record-breaking thing.
I was absolutely.
Okay, more about Easy Go.
But
Hot Rod golf carts.
Yeah. So moved up here. I was bartending at the time, raising my kids, trying to figure out what to do, and COVID kind of knocked those plans out. And I had an opportunity. Kind of landed in my lap because I said I was a good bookkeeper and accountant, just to get a kind of a secretary job. Anyways, ended up taking over hot rods. I really saw the potential in hot rods and said, hey, I think this could really be something. There's the timing was right, everything was right, and I said, hey, I'd like to kind of make this more than just a little hobby shop. And so that was 2 years ago, and yeah, so here we are, and yeah, just really doing great things with hot rods. So
yeah, I will attest that you're doing great things. I remember when hot rods was started.
Yeah,
I knew the original owner and all that,
yep.
and they went through some stuff.
Yeah,
and you guys have definitely taken it to another level. As a matter of fact, the guy that had it before you, he's still there.
Yeah,
Scotty,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. So
and you have
yep.
taken. I mean, I'm just going to brag on you a little bit. I watched her mature as a business person. I've watched her raise kids. In fact, I think you read my first book, or I gave you my first.
Yes.
Wired Differently was one of our first encounters at the Four Corners. So, listen, Mercy, I think that when we do these types of shows, these Wired Differently shows, Wired Differently experience, people want to understand. So I want to dig in to your business, but I want people to understand what's differently about you, right?
Yeah.
Like different is an adjective.
Yeah.
But differently is an adverb.
Mm-hmm.
And an adverb actually puts action into an adjective. And so that's why I always talk about being wired differently. I'm not different, I'm differently. And so I see you as differently. And what I've seen with hot rod golf carts, Easy Go hot rod golf carts, is that there's something different about the original two owners compared to the way you've taken it and the way you're marketing, the way you're just to have you sitting in here with me is like, this lady is electric. You think I got energy, bro? You need to hang out with Mercy Walker. I mean, that should be, they should auction that off at the casino night.
They should.
A day with Mercy Walker. Well, anyways, and you could drive them around in your golf carts.
Yeah.
I think that's a great opportunity. Come on,
I'm not the best driver though, so I might give you the chance to drive the golf cart. So
all right, so I guess we can talk about that at the end. So let's sit here. So we're gonna focus on hot rod Easy Go golf carts first, and then we're gonna talk about you a little bit, because I think as interesting as hot rod is, I think you prepping for this interview has been one of the most. It's very special, and You had me at hello, man. So I really appreciate you stepping up and doing what you're doing.
Thanks for having me.
So I challenged Mercy. I said, Mercy, I want you to come to this interview, and I want you to have 3 market dominating position pieces to talk about. And the first one she came up with is that Easy Go is not just another hot rod golf cart. And we talked about what separated that. So give us your idea on what number one was. Easy Go, not just hot rod. It's actually an Easy Go hot rod.
Well, so hot rod golf carts is the name. That was the original name.
Right.
And they did sell Easy Go golf carts. Easy Go, is the number 1 brand that's sold in the US, the longest running golf cart maker. And I mean, there's a reason for that. It's it's made right here in America. I mean, it's a great product. And when I took over hot rods, I wanted to know that I was selling the best, and that if I was selling somebody a cart on Thursday and then I saw them at the sandbar on Sunday, I wanted to make sure that they were getting a good product. I wasn't just trying to push something. I'm selling things to my friends, to people I'm going to see. And we became exclusively Easy Go dealer this year. We had sold some other models, but now we really just aligned ourselves with Easy Go, the Easy Go brand, the Easy Go values, which is, American made, and it's going to be a long running product. And so we're an exclusive Easy Go dealer. And that's just, something that's been important to me, because they have proved their success for so many years.
How long have they been around?
So in June, it'll be 50 years actually that they've been around. And so
for the longest time, they're the only ones really doing it, weren't they?
Yeah. And there's been so many things that come and go, but I mean, we regularly have carts in the service shop that are, from the 90s, and they're still running. I mean, not that the 90s is that long ago, but we've got some old carts in there, but they're still running. So,
well, so one of the things Easy Go has to do for you is provide, like, as far as how many golf carts are sold in America, is Easy Go in the top 5?
Yeah. So yeah, absolutely. Easy Go has been the number 1 for the last, I'm not gonna don't quote me on this, but for at least the last 10 years, they've been the number one.
So you're the number one in the northeastern area.
Mm-hmm.
So if I was to buy an E-Z-GO golf cart from you, I'm going to have some buying power because you guys are dominating the northeastern.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm not going to. I could go to Texas, and I mean, is it going to be a lot cheaper in Texas, or you got the lock on the right prices?
I mean, we're gonna, we're gonna be priced, just like everyone else. I mean, we're very competitive with our pricing. It is. I mean, you got to pay to play, right? Like
Yeah.
they are an expensive. They can be an expensive product, but you get what you pay for.
But it's gonna last.
Yeah, it's gonna last. I mean, there's value. It's not expensive. It's valuable, and you get what you pay for sure.
All right. So the second market dominating position you gave me was SSR, and I thought that was brilliant.
Yes.
SSR, sales, service, and rentals.
Yes.
So if you're the number one golf cart in the world, hot rods using E-Z-GO, you got great buying command. Now the reason someone would use you is because you're going to have sales for it, you're going to have service for it, and rentals for it. Tell us a little bit about that SSR.
Yeah, and this is the part where I probably get really excited because service is a huge part. That's great if I can sell you a golf cart, but if something goes wrong, I have to be able to know that we can take care of it for you. And the shop was something I really worked hard at getting some good mechanics. We've had some come and go, and I will say right now we have some of the best mechanics, and they're certified E-Z-GO mechanics. And if you bring your cart in, I mean, we can take care of it. I have a new shop manager. He's been with us since August, and he will, I mean, you call him and let him know your problem and he'll handle it from there. And that's something that I've worked really hard at to make sure that, we could stand behind what we're selling. And it's not just E-Z-GOs that we service. It's any golf cart. You don't have to buy it from us.
I know that firsthand.
Yeah, you don't have to have bought it from us, but you should buy it from us.
You got me on the air. The next golf cart's you. Will you take mine as a trade-in?
I will. Just because, yeah.
Just because it's me, or will you do it for anybody?
No, we'll do it for anyone. I'll take in your trade, and really, I always call myself, like, I'm not a very good salesperson.
Yes, you are. Why do you say stuff
because I'm
like
not
that?
a good salesperson, because I'm not trying to sell you something. I want to help make your experience with your golf cart a good one.
All right, so that's really number two. So number one market dominating position was number one E-Z-GOs.
Yep.
Number two was this SSR. You can sell it, you service the heck out of it. And real quick, touch on the rentals. The R is for rentals.
Yeah, we have a whole fleet of golf carts that we rent. So if you've got an event, if you're camping for a weekend and you just super easy, you let me know what you need and we'll get you a golf cart rental, at your camping site or your family event.
You'll take it right to us?
Yep, we'll deliver it to you. We make it super simple.
So you can take it anywhere. Does it matter if it's a golf cart friendly community? Is it on them or is it on you?
So street legal that's the term everybody wants to know. Being a street legal golf cart has more to do with where you're driving it than what you're driving.
Correct.
Or, a lot of times if you're driving it in a campground, it doesn't matter, things like that. Where it gets into it, if you rent a cart and you're driving it on a street that's not a golf cart friendly community, you can get into some issues there. But majority of where we rent to are going to be campgrounds or kind of off-road places like that.
And you'll take it to Barton Lake.
Yeah, I mean, we take them everywhere. We, and we've got packs of rentals. We'll take them anywhere.
That's awesome. So we got the E-Z-GO name. We've got the sales, service, and the rental. We got the cool drop off. I love that. Right? I love it. Number three.
Yep. I
said, what's a third market dominating position? And you said that like the coolest thing. You have a UX guarantee. What does that stand for?
Yeah. So
UX. I can't wait to hear this.
Yes. So for me, like I kind of touched on, I don't want to just push a product on you. I want to, the user experience is really where it's at for me. It's user experience.
Brilliant.
It's great to get a golf cart because it looks cool in the moment and you feel pressured into, writing that check but what I want is down the road, 3 weeks down the road, that experience is exactly what you wanted it to be. And so if you come into the showroom and talk to me, and I'll probably talk your ear off, I like to really know, what do you want this for? Are you just, are you running from A to B, or are you trying to load up your cooler and your grandkids and get down to the lake, but you've got a big hill? Well, we'll bring that golf cart, make sure that you're going to get down that hill, before you purchase it. So
do you know that where Low Cash is playing Double H?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you take golf carts there?
Ooh, I can take golf carts.
Really?
I should take golf carts
Justin's he's a
Yeah.
really cool dude, and that's
Yes.
a big deal. And you know Chad?
Yeah.
Chad is the
Yes.
deal maker.
Yes.
He makes everybody look good.
He does.
I think you should talk to Chad about taking golf carts out to low cash.
How did I not think of that? That's why you're here.
That's a good one.
That's a good idea.
All right, so we got the Easy Go name, we got the SSR, rentals, delivery, and then this user experience. So like if I wanted to buy a golf cart and I test drove it on your location, I'm like, I don't know if it can make it up this hill I have at my house. You're going to literally take it out there and let me try it and drive it.
Yep. And a lot of times you'll get me being the driver bringing it out because, you know, it's my deal. It's my shop. I want people to be happy. I want people to be glad that they purchased from me.
All right. So let's recap. 1, Easy Go is massive, awesome, mamma jamma, awesome. SSR, sales, service, rental, drop it off, go out to Low Cash, go out to Double H, go out to Barton Lake, Jellystone, any of these places out there, you can drop any XO camper, right? Whatever. Do it. Love it. Love it. So if you're listening, call her. We're going to give you a place to find her at the end of this. And last but not least is this UX. I love that UX guarantee, user experience guarantee. She's going to make sure it works for the terrain that you have, where you want it, when you want to do it, and how you want to do it. Guaranteed by one of the owners, Mercy Walker. All right. So this is my favorite. I like my job all the time. So here's what I wanted to do. I wanted to we have about 5 minutes here. Give me something personal about you that would help define why your organization is successful. Because I teach that the North Star of your habits are your identities.
Yeah.
Right. And so what your habits are become who you are. Right.
Yeah.
And so if you're a successful business, then you're actually bringing part of your person into the project, into the being. Yeah. I don't think there's separation. I don't think it's hard.
There's definitely not.
So what I'm setting you up for is tell me something. Something personal, favorite movie, favorite color. I don't care, but something that would say, hey man, I feel that Mercy Walker.
Yeah.
Something authentic.
Yeah, authentic. That's one of my favorite words. We talked about that a little, a little bit ago. But I will say, for me, it's a little bit personal. Hot rods. I never, as a child, imagined myself as a golf cart business owner. I think of myself as a very nurturing person. I want to take care of people. I want to be the best mom I can be. And what sort of drives me every day is I don't want my children just to see me being successful in the world's eyes and, oh, my mom can make money or this or that. Really, Hot Rods for me has just been kind of a vehicle to work hard and, to provide them with a good life. But so many times they're seeing me do it. If you're in there on a Saturday, you'll know that my 10-year-old sometimes, she might be answering the phone in my office or they're taking delivery. They're running deliveries with me, things like that. And I'll be honest, I was scared. I'm a yes person, and I often say yes, and I jump before I think through it.
What were you scared of?
Failure.
Going into business.
Yeah, going into business. I wasn't sure, but I knew what I wanted, and I knew I had to make it work. And so being a mom has really obviously any mom will say it changes them, but being a mom and being in business, it's been crazy sometimes, but.
So give me something personal about that. How does it tie? What have you taken from being a mom? I know a lot about you because you've shared some things. So I know you're a massive overcomer. And so when I hear overcomer, I think of you. And so what in that parenting process has led you to become more empathetic with a customer or an employee? I mean, you're only as good as your worst employee. You ever think about that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Your most difficult employee. So tie it together for us a little bit.
You hit it. I'm empathetic, to a fault, but it hasn't been all roses for me. Getting a divorce, and there's been loss of some children there, and just some really deep things that have formed this ultra compassionate person in me. And I think that, but it's also made me a very passionate person as well. And so how you do anything is how you do everything. And I love my children. Well, I try so hard to take care of my customers. It's personal for me. Business is really personal for me. Not just because, I'm making a living and making this dream work, but moving up to the lake and being here and just sitting here with Todd, like, it's so weird. I'm like, I used to think that guy's so cool. I mean, I still think he's cool, but like,
you used to, okay.
Yeah, like, I used to think like, oh, that's like the Tom's Donuts guy. And so to be here and like, sponsoring stuff, I'm like, this is crazy, but that's how dreams work. Well, dreams work if you do. And
that's right.
This has been my dream, and I've worked really hard, and so here we are.
We are. We're doing it. And she is a sponsor. She is the beer tent sponsor.
Yeah.
And we're going to be featuring the first ever Lake Life Lager.
Yes.
So Tom's Donuts going to have its own Lake Life Lager. And Mercy's going to sponsor the tent, or your banners are going up today. The tent is up. The deck is up. So thank you so much. Things don't have, this is the first year we've asked for sponsors, and you raised your hand right away. And so really wanted to thank you for that. And, I got to see you working at the restaurant. I saw you moving around the community. And I was to say I was in awe was probably a little strong, but I was in awe of how hard you fight and how hard you came back and continue to come back. Try to get rid of this woman. You can't.
That's the thing about me.
You're an overcomer. I don't mean that in a negative way. I have four daughters.
Stubborn.
I have 4 daughters, and I taught them all to live like you.
Yeah.
And so I just want to pull together that last personal piece, because I really want you to understand, as a listener, what she was telling you is that she took adversity in her life. The empathy that she has in her life has been remarkable, because she hasn't been treated well her whole life. And I know a lot of you can say the same thing, but this woman's story is extra special. But what's happened is she's taken adversity, or she's taken the difficulties of how people have treated her since she was almost born, right?
Yeah.
And turned it into a service model, treating people the way she wants to be treated.
Absolutely.
And so I got to tell you, if you want a golf cart, if you didn't want one, you should want one now, and you'd want to buy it from her, because you're going to get authenticity. Yes. You're going to get this thing called life, right? This wired differently person who's saying, hey, this is how I want you to feel, because I didn't get that treatment when I was in a certain place, and I'm not going to let that happen to you.
Yes.
Did I do okay with that?
Yeah. And I think part of it is being female. I won't turn this into a feminist, but being female in a very male dominated world has been really interesting. But I think the thing about me is I am a bit stubborn, and I have some really good, male employees, of course, but I'm really, working hard to show, especially my daughter, hey, women really can, we can be whatever we want to be. Of course, I loved being that stay-at-home mom and everything else, but when life shuffles up your cards, sometimes you got to figure out, like, I got to figure something else out. And so that's what we're doing, running a business instead of running a home.
I did a show, and we're going to close up here real quick. I did a show probably about 2-3 months ago, but I did a whole week on the ERA, Equal Rights Amendment, and I got into this rabbit hole, and I just couldn't believe that it's still not passed after 100 some years. But I did point out to the listeners that the most discriminated race the world has ever known is female.
Yeah.
And it's still that way. I have 4 daughters. I literally 80% of my workforce in all of my organization are females.
Yeah.
And I love it. And I appreciate everything that you went through, the entire story of history. And I want to be on the right side of history, and I want to be on the right side of mercy. So I want to thank you for that.
Good plan.
And I love the fact that I know how I'm going to be treated.
Yeah.
And so I'm just grateful for that. I want to give you a closing few sentences here. Where can people find you?
Yeah. So, of course, you can always visit our website. It's www.hotrodgolfcarts.com, or you can stop in at our showroom. We're right over by the Pier Place. You probably see us if you're driving on 69. And then in 2 short weeks, we're going to have a Fort Wayne location opening up. So that's a huge deal.
Yeah.
You'll see us right on 69, one of the big red barns.
Nice.
Can't miss us. So
Nice.
yeah, so
Nice.
Fort Wayne has been a dream of mine for a while, so we'll be there as well.
All right. Take us out. Give us a closing mark, and we'll shut this thing down.
Come hang out with us at the block party.
Block party?
Yeah, and if you need a ride, getting from A to B, I'll be there with my golf carts.
We'll have carts there?
We'll have carts there,
Nice.
so you don't have to walk. So
May 25th.
Yep.
The block party, Memorial Day, Tom's Donuts, the
Yeah.
donut capital of the world.
I gotta work on that.
Hot rod, easy go golf carts. We got Mercy Walker. Have a great day, you guys. We'll see you out there.